It's the final round, guys. Finally. Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Foodaholic. My name is Silka and today I will be doing my TBR game, the animation game, the old version, for the final time. I have ordered my game and it has arrived, but I decided to keep it a little bit not secret, but kinda, until January so we can start the new year off with a new game. So, well, same game, new version. So I kind of thought, how can I go out with a bang on this one? And I've actually decided that I will not be picking the books this month. I have 5 people lined up, ready to pick a book each based on the prompts that I get in the game. But before we get to that, let's find out if I need to take any steps back. I don't even remember the prompts that I had last month because I've mixed them in with the game. I know it was Big Book, Older Than Me, ampersand on the cover, maybe unique magic system, and have my brother pick a book. I didn't do as well as I thought. I did do the one that's Older Than Me. I read Into the Wild. I don't like that book. It's a little bit too boring for me, but I'll talk about it at some point. I don't think I will be doing a wrap-up. I think I will do like a yearly wrap-up where I talk about October, November, December together. I think that is how we're going to do it because it's going to be one video with like 2 books and it's not fun. I started Fourth Wing, which wasn't originally on my TBR. I'm halfway, or over halfway actually, in Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which means it cannot be picked for this round. Fourth Wing can, but so I'm gonna have to move 4 spaces back. Also, before we get into the roles, I haven't talked to the people yet. I don't know what intentions they have for picking these books. I don't know if they're gonna be kind, if they're gonna challenge me. They don't know my reading plans. However, I've decided that if they ask me when I call them, do you have anything you want to read, or is there anything on your immediate TBR that you need to get to? Is there a book that you're currently reading that you would like to add on to the TBR for this month? I will answer them, and then they can pick based on that if they want to. But if they don't ask, I'm not gonna let them know anything. They don't know any more than you do. So, all right, let's get on to the first roll. I need to move 4 spaces back, so let's do that. All right, first roll. 2. Others. Despicable Me. Read a book with a morally gray main character. All right, so for the first roll, I got Despicable Me, and that is to read a book with a morally gray character. For this, I've decided to call Hannah from the Dead M. She always just has the best recommendations, so I'm kind of really excited to see what she has in store. Hi! Alright, are you ready to help me pick a prompt? Well, not pick a prompt, pick a book.
I was going to say, I don't have any prompts, but I can help you with books.
Yes, I'm excited. Alright, so the prompt that you got is a book with a morally gray main character.
A morally grey main character.
Yes.
That's a really good one. I love morally grey characters anyway.
And I thought when I got that prompt, I was like, that's perfect for Hannah.
My gut instinct, and like I had to scroll through your TBR owned earlier, but I didn't get very far in it. I don't know if you have it. My gut instinct is always My Sister the Serial Killer. Do you have that? Have you read that?
I don't have that, no.
Okay. Potentials. That's I want to go maybe gothic or spooky. What gothics and spookies have you got?
I don't have a lot. Hold on, let me go to that shelf. Well, it's kind of like a mixed shelf. The only wait, I do have this one that I actually got from you. I don't know if that has a morally gray character, but I do have this one.
Oh, okay. I don't know if they are they're not super dark on the morally grey side, but I would say that there is definitely some morally grey in there. They're not all good people. And actually, to be fair, straight up, I think it says on the back that there's like a murder mystery. So yes, I would go with that one. Do that one.
All right.
That's great. That's a great shout.
I will do that one. Well, thank you so much
You're so welcome.
for picking a book. And hopefully I'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Have a good day. See you later.
Bye. I kind of had to step away to go to some of my other shelves, but we ended up finding a book. Actually, a book that I've gotten through her subscription from Waypoint Books. I highly recommend going to check out her bookstore. It's amazing. She decided that I should read Mina and the Undead by Amy McCaw. I am actually really excited about this book. I don't think that it's a genre that I normally read, but it kind of looks really interesting, and I'm super excited to see what it's about. I remember when I got this book, I was like, okay, I'm going to read what it's about, but now I don't remember, and we all know I kind of like to go into them blind, so if I do forget, I will not be reading what it's about. But I'm guessing the main character is called Mina, and then there's maybe like some zombie thing. It could also be vampires. Oh, it says something about vampires. I'm guessing it's vampires. That makes me a little bit nervous, but I trust Hannah's recommendation with my whole heart. So I'm excited for this. Second roll. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A DreamWorks. Read a big book. 500 plus. Again. So for the second roll, I got Megamind once again, and that is to read a book that is over 500 pages. So for this, I'm gonna call my brother to see if he has a good book in mind. Hopefully he'll be kind to me, but I never know. Maybe he wants to fuck me over. Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so you've already done this before. You did this with me last month.
Yeah.
But this time you don't have free range, because this time you have a prompt. So
Nice.
you need to find a big book for me, and that is 500 plus pages.
Alright.
So we can do it similarly to last time, but I do have significantly less books that are over 500. So do you have any genres that you would like me to go for, or do you want to be on the bigger end of plus 500 or close to 500 or something? Do you have any things you want to go for?
What was your most recent read? What genre was that?
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Alright. So we're not doing that.
Okay.
And then I think I want you to go for the longest book that you have.
That isn't fantasy.
That is a fantasy.
Alright, let's see. So the first option I have is this one that is called The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. I have no idea what it's about or why I have it, but that's an option. I also don't know what genre it is, but it's not fantasy.
So you basically know nothing about it.
Yeah, it's a book that Helen Melvin told me was good. So then I have this one, Renegades by Marissa Maya.
Alright.
It's like a sci-fi thing. It gives me Tron vibes without having seen Tron at all, but I've heard it it's very superhero-ish.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And finally, I have this one, Battle Royale.
Yeah.
It's also a sci-fi dystopian thing,
Yeah.
and it's very... I've heard that the Hunger Games should supposedly be inspired by this one. And the biggest one of them is this one, so if you wanted the biggest one, that's this, but I'll let you pick between those three.
Well, I actually think we'll go for that Battle Royale thing.
The Battle Royale one?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, thank you.
That's it. You're welcome.
Bye. So he did in fact choose to fuck me over. He was like, okay, what genre did you read last? And I was like, fantasy, because I'm currently reading fantasy. And then he was like, okay, I want to go for the bigger end of the spectrum, so a big book in a genre that you don't normally go for. So thank you for that. However, I am excited that he went for Battle Royale, because that's actually a book that I really do want to read. and want to get to soon. Was I expecting to read it now? No, not at all. The font looks to be a decent size, so maybe I'll get through it quick, and if it's as gripping as I think it is, then I should be fine. Third roll. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another DreamWorks. How to Train Your Dragon. Read a book with dragons in or on it. Alright, so for the third roll, I got How to Train Your Dragon, and that is to read a book with dragons in it or on it. So, for this, I'm actually going to call Jem from Bookish Gems, and then she will pick a book for me. Hello! Alright, so your prompt is to find a book with dragons in it or on it.
Hang on, I'm looking at your Goodreads. Iron Flame has dragons on it, right? In it?
Which one?
Iron Flame? Is that the new Rebecca Yarros one?
Oh yeah, I haven't read the first one though, but it has dragons in both of them.
Do you have the first one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick that.
Amazing.
I'm gonna pick Fourth Wing. Having the Goodreads open, it worked. It was right there.
I am so happy you picked that because I'm currently reading it, but because I'm only like a couple chapters in, I can still pick it for this game. So I'm just like, yes! Thank you!
Everybody's reading it and talking about it at the minute, so...
I know. It's because
I'm
a
gonna
friend
give it
of
to
mine,
you.
like from school, she came up to me and she was like, I know you read fantasy. Have you read Fourth Wing yet? And I was like, no. She was like, buy it and read it so we can talk about it. And that's what I'm doing.
Yes, like even somebody at my work who is the opposite keeps going to me, you need to read Fourth Wing. I was like, oh God, I don't know if it's for me, but now I feel like so much pressure to read it.
You should do it. Like, I'm a couple chapters in and I feel like I'm gonna love this. And I kind of think you would as well. Like, from what has happened so far, I think you would like it. But, of course, I'm only like 3 chapters in, so I can't speak for the entire book. But the vibe of it and also the age group, it doesn't... Like, it feels way more like new adult than young adult. Which I also think that it is new adult. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty... Like, I think it is. So.
Oh, cool. Oh, well, I'm glad I picked it for you then.
I'm so excited. Well, thank you so much.
No
and
problem.
hopefully we'll chat again soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
All
Alright. Bye. Fourth roll. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so this is a Disney free pick, so I get to pick the prompt. I'm gonna go for Beauty and the Beast. Have Mom pick a book. For the 4th card, I got Beauty and the Beast, which is to have Mom pick a book. So that was perfect because I had already kind of lined up my mom to pick up a book for me, or pick a book for me. So that's super exciting. And I am gonna call her now to see which book I'm gonna read. Hello! Alright, so everybody else has gotten a prompt from my game that they need to fulfill for this book that they have to find for me. But for my 4th pick, I actually got the Beauty and the Beast card, which is your card, so you have like free range of all of the books that I own. Just to make it easier for you.
Is that going to make it easier for me? I've completely lost track of all your books. So, right, okay. So I need to find some way to pick a book then.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about if I choose? Can I choose a color and then you pick a book from that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I think that we need some books that has got predominantly purple on the front.
All right. I think
Is
I
that
can.
possible, do you think?
Yeah, I think I can do purple. I'm just gonna have a look around. All right. Okay. I have found 4 books with purple on it. I'm gonna start with this one because I have absolutely no idea what it's about. So it's called Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron, and it's a Cinderella retelling. And on the back, like a blurb from another author, it says, Kaylin Bayron does more than rewrite a fairy tale. She breaks it apart and rebuilds it into a wholly original and a captivating story where girls finally decide for themselves who lives happily ever after.
Ooh.
Then we have We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Fassel, which is like a dark purple. And, alright, I'm just gonna read a little bit of the first bit here. It says, Saphira is the hunter, disguising herself as a man when she braves the cursed forest of the arts to feed her people. And then there's also like a Prince of Death, assassinating those foolish enough to defy his autocratic father, the Sultan. So that's also a possibility. Then there is this one, Threads That Bind.
Yeah.
And I believe that this is like a retelling of the Fates from Greek mythology.
Oh, okay.
And it says, the firstborn was the spinner who could weave new threads. The second was the drawer. She could elongate or shorten a thread, intensifying or weakening the corresponding feeling. And the youngest was the cutter, able to cut whatever thread she desired, even live threads. Cutters were the dangerous ones. And the final book is this one.
Yet.
I haven't read it yet. I read the other one with the Rosie Hopkins one.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, you know what this is about, so I don't need to tell you. Alright, so I wonder which one you're gonna choose.
Well, how tempting it is to bully you into reading something of my taste. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm actually going to pick the first one. Can I just show it me again?
This one? Cinderella is Dead?
Yeah, I thought that sounded interesting. It sounded as if the author's not just writing another fairy tale, but doing something completely new. So yeah, I'll pick that.
Alright, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye! Alright, so my mom picked Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. This is like such an interesting pick, and I think what is actually interesting about doing it this way in general is that I get a lot of books on my TBR that I wouldn't have picked myself for this month, but I'm actually still super excited for it. So, here we are. Final roll. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Read a book you expect will mess with your emotions. Alright, so the final prompt that I got was abominable. I can't say it. But that is to read a book that you expect will mess with your emotion. And I think the perfect person to pick this prompt for me is my best friend Caitlin. So I'm gonna call her and we will see what she says. Hi!
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. It's been so long since we talked. We need to do that more often.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Alright, so the prompt that you'll have to pick a book based on is a book you expect will mess with my emotions.
That is so easy. The Midnight Library.
Oh, yeah, of course. Let me go get it. Got it. Of course. I was like, I wonder what she's gonna pick. But, of course.
I was so scared that I'd be like, oh, I don't know, but...
Yes, of course. Well, thank you so much for that. And, I'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
Bye!
Bye.
So the final book has been picked. Caitlin went with The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, which is a book that I was gifted by her. This is one of the books where I'm like, I wouldn't have picked this up by myself, but I'm super intrigued by it. So we'll see. This TBR is looking hefty because only one of the books that I originally intended to read in December has been picked. Let's talk about my entire TBR. So, the books picked from my game, as you've just seen, was Mina and the Undead, picked by Hannah. Battle Royale, picked by my brother, who wants to fuck me over. Fourth Wing, which is the one that I actually was intending to finish this month because, as I said, when I talked to Jem, I am a couple of chapters in, so I would actually like to finish it. So that is perfect for me that she picked this. Then we have Cinderella is Dead that my mom picked. I was actually really surprised that she wasn't going to go for the one that was her genre, but she had a different take on it than my brother did. My brother was very much like, I want to pick something that messes with you, where my mom was like, I know that I would like you to read this, but I feel like I should pick something you want to read. And then finally, The Midnight Library. So let me just put that in here in the stack so we can see the total stack so far, because it looks like this. And you might be looking at this and thinking, oh, that's easy, that's good. And I would be looking at this thinking the same, because I do have like 2 full weeks of vacation in December, and I do have like a lot of days, I think, where I can be reading. But that's not all, because aside from those, I am reading The Hate You Give for school. I am listening to it, and I'm listening to it very rapidly because I do need to finish it soon. I think we're watching the movie on Monday, so I do need to finish it this weekend. Then I have like Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Celine Tan. This was from last month's TBR, but because I'm like 57% in, I do want to finish this. So I'm gonna be doing that. We have some Christmassy stuff. First up, we have this one, which is a brand new book that I just got in the mail today. This is the Christmas calendar book that I will be reading this year. Every year I try to find a new one to read, and this one seems to be a classic. It was published in 1970 something. Am I right? Yeah, 1979. And I'm actually super excited to read it. It is like supposed to be read aloud for kids, so as you can probably tell, big font size, there's some illustrations, and the chapters are really short, I think, because we only have like this amount of book, and there's 24 chapters in here. And it's 1 chapter a day, so I will be getting through it. Then I have Christmas Dinner of Souls by Ross Montgomery. This is once again a short book, so I should be able to get through it. I also do think that it is a middle grade, and also when you look at the pages, there's not a lot on each page. So once again, I'm actually confident that I can get through this. Like the Christmas books I'm kind of really confident about. I think it's everything else that I'm not 100% confident with. I'm also going to be reading Whiteout. This is YA contemporary Christmassy stories, and I think it's gonna be super cute. Once again, it's not like insanely long, so I think I can do it. Also, I'm super behind on my Goodreads goals, so this will probably add up. Otherwise, I'm gonna do a couple of graphic novels as well, because I do have some that I haven't read yet. Midnight Neverwood. I have it as an audiobook. I will finish it this year. It's by M.A. Kusnia, and it is a Nutcracker retelling. I am so in love with the Nutcracker, so I'm hoping that I will really like this book as well. Finally, we have Love in Winter Wonderland by Abiola Bello, and this is, I think I read it aloud not that long ago. Was it in my before the end of the year book tag maybe? But it basically says, a hopelessly romantic Christmas love story set in a Black-owned bookshop. Of course, I need that in my life. So, when rearranging the stack, this is not looking good anymore, you guys. Alright, how many? 12 books. I do believe that I need to read 14 or 13 to reach my Goodreads goal. I forgot. I also need to read these Rebel Waves. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Can I do it? Do you think I can do it? I need some cheering on, I think. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to everyone who was a part of this. And I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to see the new game in action. Let me know down in the comments if you would like me to do something special for that, or if you would like to just see me play around with it for the first time. Maybe like something special could be to add another role, like to do 6 instead of 5. But if you have any suggestions as to what I could do to make this first round of the new game a little bit more special, please let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know what you will be reading in December and how is your Goodreads goal going. If you just want to let me know that you're here but don't know what to comment, you can always leave a green heart. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!